Hello and welcome to the Surprisingly Sober Podcast. I'm Trevor.
And I'm Taren.
And I'm glad I'm not sober for this because we just had a lengthy conversation about Zoe 101 that I...
No, we didn't.
Wait, what were we talking about?
BoJack Horseman.
Yeah, but they were referencing Zoe 101.
No, they weren't.
Zoe and Zelda?
Zelda wasn't a character in Zoe 101.
I didn't watch the show.
They were the name of Mr. Peanut Butter's daughters in the show. Mr. Peanut Butter's house.
Oh.
Jeezy Kableezy.
Kill yourself.
That's a quote.
Yeah, I know
from
that's
Mr.
a quote.
Peanut Butter's house.
I've seen BoJack Horseman once. All the way through. I've seen it many times.
You've now seen all the scenes.
Yeah.
And not just sporadically seen all of the
And then you explaining to me what Mr. Turtletop is doing there.
That's a weird character to bring up, but all right.
I love J.K. Simmons. Okay.
All right.
That's our first topic that I just thought about that we can talk about. Is it weird how easily I recognize...
You pinpoint voices.
Yeah, voice actors.
J.K. Simmons is definitely an easy one, but no, there's some obscure ones where you'll just be like, oh, that's this character who was like on Breaking Bad season 3 for like 5 episodes. And I'm like, what? And I pull it up and you're right. And then I'm like, okay, well, they probably did something else. And it's like, nope, that's pretty much all they did. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm really good at it. It's like a skill.
See, like, I just get so engrossed in the content of, like, the character, not the actor, that I usually don't even, like, notice, like, actors sometimes, like, their faces.
Like, Bryan Cranston is always Walter White to you. You're like Walter White.
Yeah. Like, but if he does something else, I'm not like, oh, that's Walter White in this. I'm like, no, that's that character now. Like,
oh.
I just watched the fucking movie.
Yeah.
I hate the people who have to, like, overanalyze, like, shit way too much.
The curtains were blue because they were depressed. I hated that shit.
Dude.
That ruined the book Dances with Wolves for me. The
I
wolf
think the
represents nature.
book Dances with Wolves ruined Dances with Wolves for me.
That was a goddamn good book.
I found it offensive.
To what?
Natives? I don't fucking know. No, it was a solid book. I don't know. I don't actually remember much of it.
Well, just remember Avatar, but just taking place back in the 1800s.
Yeah, and no blue people.
Yeah, no blue people, and it came first.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure.
Dances with Wolves came first.
I'm pretty sure Avatar came first.
You can eat a dick. So, first real topic.
Oh, right.
That I wanted to bring up.
I swear if you bring my topic to class today, I'm going to be really upset.
There is no way I brought your topic up to class. Okay. So I'm going to say some things. God damn it, I didn't want to reload. Fuck this website.
So today I was eating a breakfast sandwich, and it was really... You're pulling something up. I'm giving you fucking time. I'm stalling.
I pulled it up. I said no, and you kept talking. We're just not in simpatico. I don't know what that means.
I think simpatico means same?
Same, but different.
Okay, what the fuck are you bringing to class today?
The Subway Jalapeno 250 powered by Coca-Cola. The Crown Royal presents the John Wayne Walding 400 at the Brickyard. The Hell of a Good sour cream dips at the Glen.
The words you were saying have no connection to one another. Please elaborate. What the fuck are you saying?
Here's my favorite one, and then I'll elaborate. It's called storytelling. Structured.
No, it's not. This is bad story. This is Joss Whedon storytelling.
Yeah. He made a lot of money. Beef. It's what's for dinner 300 at Daytona.
Candles, perfumes, colognes.
So these are names of NASCAR races. Like they're sponsored, the races. I think it's gotten out of hand.
That's dumb.
I think it's gotten out of hand. You want to know why? Because Busch, the beer company, decided to give fans the opportunity to name the upcoming race at Kansas in May. And all they had to do was donate $1 to Farmers of America or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they could enter a donation, and then they would pick the 4 best and choose that one. Do you know what won?
Hitler did nothing wrong.
No, although that's fitting. No, the Bushy McBush race.
So that's actually really funny because when the scientists were naming that submarine Bodie McBoatface, the one that came in second, which they just had to like stop letting people vote on because it was getting too many votes, was Hitler Did Nothing Wrong.
I don't think the British like that.
Yeah, probably not.
HMS.
I don't
Bodie
think
McBoatface.
anyone likes that.
But
except for the Flag Smashers.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah, later.
But I just think that race names have gotten out of hand. Race sponsorships have gotten out of hand. I actually did kind of a deep dive into the history of tobacco sponsorships in racing, and it's kind of crazy at how long they allowed it, how they advertised it. It's just weird.
So a quick aside, because it's in the inevitable future that weed is going to be federally legal. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that it's on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think major cigarette and tobacco companies are going to become weed distributors?
They should have already.
Marlboro and Camel and all those.
They should be already. That is a huge business opportunity.
But do you think stoners would buy their brand?
They wouldn't know.
True. It would just have just like how you go to the store and buy a Powerade or a Red Bull, and you have to fucking scan that label to find out, oh, it's made by Coca-Cola. Or distributed or packaged by Coca-Cola, who knows? Or it's made by Columbia Bottling, or fucking who knows. But anyway, what do you think weed commercials and weed sponsors are going to be like?
I do know that NASCAR already did have a CBD sponsor.
Ooh.
Yeah. On a car. So it was a race team, not NASCAR themselves.
Yeah.
For a race, but there was a whole hell of a hoopla over that. So
you hear that too, right? Like there's a ghost.
Our HVAC system is moaning. So that's weird. But so I was looking at tobacco sponsorships in F1, in NASCAR.
Yeah.
So in the 90s or early 2000s, the FIAA, which is like the Federation, it's French, and it's the governing body for racing in around the world except for NASCAR. And they made it illegal or against the rules to have tobacco sponsorships. So this one company all of a sudden started sponsoring a team that was sponsored by a tobacco company, Ferrari, Scuderia, like one of the biggest teams ever.
Yeah.
They started getting this sponsorship, which was really weird, and nobody knew it. And their cars were painted in red and white still, because it was Marlboro.
Yeah.
Was their previous sponsor.
Yeah.
What they called the livery, the paint job.
Yeah.
On it was painted in such a way that at a certain speed going by, it would be the Marlboro logo. Yeah. Just to get around that rule.
That's silly. I like that.
And they've done a lot of...
That's a hard flex.
If you look at some of the big time sponsors, you look at them, they're the parent companies of tobacco.
Yeah. Just
companies.
like how everyone who tries to boycott Nestle, it's like good fucking luck. Yeah. They own like fucking everything.
So one thing that NASCAR does that I fucking hate is sponsorships change all the time.
Yeah.
It was the Winston Cup championship, for 40 years or 30 years or something. Then it was the Nextel Cup when Sprint Nextel was a thing.
Yeah.
Then it was the Sprint Cup, and then now it's the Monster Energy Cup.
They just need to give it, like, it's kind of like what's happening with sports stadiums and stuff like that. The Moda Center instead of the Rose Garden.
Yeah.
They just need to give it like an actual name, like a title, not just, oh, who's paying this year. Like, it should be like, say, what's the name of a popular race? The Indy 500. The Indy 500 presented by, and then whatever the fuck sponsor they want to bring in. But just leave the name of the race.
Well, that's usually up to the sponsor. So if the sponsor wants to pay, like, they can pay probably a little bit more to change the name all the way, or they can be,
Yeah, I'm saying
powered
they
by.
should not be such bitches that they just let the sponsors bend them over the table.
But what I was saying about what I don't like that NASCAR does is how it was Winston Cup, Nextel Sprint, now it's Monster Energy Cup,
Yeah.
is that when they're talking about past winners, it's like Dale Earnhardt Sr. won the Monster Energy Cup in the 80s and the 90s. It's like, no, he didn't.
No, he didn't. He
won
the
the
Winston Cup.
Good for you for getting that one.
Yeah, thank you.
So, it's like he won the Winston Cup. Like,
Yeah, that's dumb.
I hate that. You know, that'd be like saying, the Packers before Super Bowl won the Super Bowl.
Which they did. It was still the NFL championship, and they should be counted. NFL titles should be counted.
AFL title should be counted. Then.
Yeah.
So then you have 2 winners for every year. That makes the stats all fucky.
Yeah, but it still shows definitive winners.
Just leave the NFL and the AFL to their respective things. And then the true NFL. What year was that? 1964 or something?
67?
Was that the first Super Bowl?
I think so.
That makes sense because 2017 was the 50 years.
Yeah. Hey, and I'd even try and count. I was trying to actually figure it out based on Bill Burr talking about it.
That's how I do everything. Based off of Bill Burr.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think everything being sponsored has gone way too far.
Yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by
That's one thing that's always been like on my mind if this thing ever does take off. Like, I want to actually enjoy our sponsors. Like, I always hate it when it's like you have someone who, probably has like a net worth of like several $1 million telling you to buy movement watches. It's like, you're not wearing a movement watch. You're wearing a fucking Rolex.
or Squarespace.
Yeah.
Like get your website.
I'd be down for Squarespace.
Yeah, but the millionaire isn't using Squarespace.
Yeah, like they have an actual like website designer and shit like that. Dude, the Manscaped electric razor is one of the biggest pieces of shit with the weakest fucking motors in it. Garbage fucking
Trimmer.
trimmer razor. But everyone peddles it like it's the greatest fucking thing. Then like actual like beard YouTube channels are like, do not buy this razor.
Have you ever had a fucking trimmer
Get
caught?
Yeah,
I get it on my fucking face.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I don't grow my facial hair out long, but my hairs are thick as shit. Like, if I don't have a full charge with, like, a decent razor, like, I might get stuck, especially, like, around here. Like, underneath the chin. And that shit sucks.
Yeah.
But anyway.
You are a hairy boy.
I am a hairy boy.
Clip that.
Yeah, so, like... I guess we can have a MeUndies sponsor.
I love them.
I'm never gonna wear them.
I think we've done enough sponsorship for them on this podcast for free. So until they start paying me, I go commando. Actually, that's not true.
MeUndies, please start paying us, please.
I know. I keep ruining pants.
Yeah, like if we did get a MeUndies sponsor, I'm not reading it. You'd have to read it.
I'd just be like, from the heart.
From the heart.
From the heart, more from the fart.
Do you know what really sucks about having a format like this? Is because they do give you a script that they want you to read. So we'd literally have to have like a physical copy with us.
Or I could remember it. I have a very good memory.
I don't think you can memorize paragraphs word for word.
Like 30-second ad reads.
Just gonna speed run.
Here, someone sponsor us so we can test this out.
Yes. So that 20 seconds in, your drunken brain can just be like, shit, where's the copy?
Fuck this ad.
Sherry's Berries.
Sherry's Berries. Oh, fuck. Isn't Mother's Day coming up or something?
Yeah.
So, are you on Tinder?
Snapchat.
Okay, you have an unhealthy obsession again.
With what, Emily?
Delete your apps.
No, it's just Emily.
Yeah, you want to have an unhealthy obsession with her.
Yeah, true. I'm not gonna deny that.
You do. It's
I'm
unhealthy.
I'm not arguing over here.
I'm just saying, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it?
I'm gonna fly over there soon. Spend like 4 or 5 days.
And enable this behavior. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I'm an enabler.
You're enabling yourself.
Keep drinking for views.
It's not working, so. That was a sad laugh. That was a really sad laugh. I felt the hurt inside you. All right, what topics did you bring to class, Taren?
Are you staying up to date on anything to do with the George Floyd trial?
I've seen bits and pieces of it, but let's get into it.
I mean, there's not really much to get into.
I saw that the police chief has come out and said what Derek Chauvin did was wrong. I found that someone said that, like a pulmonary expert said that George Floyd's pre-existing conditions, and I say that with quotes, didn't have anything to do with him dying.
Yeah, so I had some people in my life, obviously going to leave them unnamed. They could be coworkers, friends, family, who knows?
All of the above?
No. I don't work with friends. Probably one of the instances.
You don't work with family either.
Yeah. Probably one of the instances where I realized I should never work with friends. I don't think I've ever told you this story. So back when I was at Southern Oregon, someone was hosting something, and I was essentially hired to cater. And so it was me and a few people who knew what I was like at work, but never experienced it firsthand. Like, you know, they never actually worked with me. They just knew, like, oh, yeah, Taren's a jerk of a boss. And so we're in the kitchen moving and stuff, and I start just yelling at them. I said I need that fucking 2 minutes ago! And they're like, oh, this is what he's like. He was serious. But anyway, so I don't work with friends and family.
Fuck.
Because I'm an ass.
Yeah, I can tell by the way you yell at your coworkers.
Yeah. They're not my coworkers, they're my underlings. I am their boss.
Fucking Jesus.
You know, I'll say his name because he's great. I've never got mad at Devin. Devin's great. He does his fucking job. That's all you have to do.
He is the only person I've ever heard you say that can keep up with you and sometimes go a little bit faster with you if you're having an off night.
It depends on the day, man. Sometimes I go quicker, sometimes he does. Anyway,
you're just gonna gloss over that one?
Dude, so
George Floyd.
No.
Okay.
The unnamed coworker who's leaving my work, his date for moving got pushed up. Now his last day is the 1st.
You hate this person.
I hate this person.
You hate this person.
I am elated. His last day is May 1st, the day after my birthday. And
Hitler's death day.
That is the best birthday present. Beats out Hitler dying.
Well, yeah, because you love that.
Anyways, I mean, like, there's not really much to talk about. Some people at my work had some opinions.
Who gives a shit?
Had some opinions about it, and they were like saying, you know, like, oh well, he had drugs in his system and he was gonna be dead before they even got him to the police station or hospital.
No,
I was like, that's not true. You're literally just making that up to like defend racist cops.
Or you're believing someone who made that up.
Yeah, and they're like, no, cops aren't racist. Cops aren't racist. I was like, yeah, they are. Pretty much all cops are shit. Anyone who becomes a cop, you did it for one reason. You felt weak. That's a role of power where you have authority over everyone on the street, and you grasp that power.
It's very
easy to be a little bitch and just be like, oh, I can get a gun and I can point it at whoever I want and demand that they obey me, like John Walker. I can demand respect out of people. Perfect. You're telling me that job doesn't just attract the shittiest of people?
Okay. Not all cops are like that, but everyone who wanted that tried to become a cop.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that job attracts pieces of shit.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree that there needs to be police reform. I agree. I don't agree necessarily with the term "all cops are bastards." I get what you're saying.
So
get what you're saying.
My argument on behalf of that.
No, I get what you're saying with "all cops are bastards," and for the movement or whatever, I will agree with it. But I don't think it's right to just lump every single person in, because there's black cops who are doing the right thing, who aren't being racist pieces of shit.
One cop that stood with the Black Lives Matter protesters, I'm pretty sure it was in Portland, he got fired the next day.
Yes.
So good cops are punished for being good cops.
And like, if you rat on another officer to internal affairs, it's just you're done.
Just hand in your gun.
Yeah, you'll be blacklisted by everyone.
So the coworker was just like, well, either way, it's not all cops are bad. It was only one cop who was kneeling on him, and I was like, yeah, and then the 3 cops who let him.
Yes. Okay. That is why I agree with the all cops are bastards things, because of that. If you have one cop out of 100 who does something wrong,
but all 99 are just like
silent about it, that's bad.
Yeah.
But you also got to look into the specifics, like people being pressured, they don't want to lose their job, because when it comes down to the nitty gritty, protecting yourself is what matters.
Yeah, which is also a huge problem with the police, because they are self-serving.
Yeah. And there's also apparently a problem of steroids in the police forces.
Same with the military. I mean,
yeah, but I feel like it's more prevalent in police forces because they want to be military.
Yeah.
Most of them are wannabe military.
Yeah.
Who either didn't go,
or people who got kicked out of the military.
Mm-hmm.
Or former military who retired because they realized that's hard, but pointing gun at civilians is easy.
Yeah. Our hometown had a steroid scandal.
Yeah. The scandal was that he had it on school property.
And he was also selling it to other officers.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, no, there was a motorcycle cop in our hometown who was apparently dealing roids, and he went on a roid rage and like blasted the chief and all this sort of shit.
I will say, I have no issue with steroid use. I've taken Trenbolone in the past. I didn't.
Hot take.
I didn't get roid rage or anything. I just think it does the same thing that one would argue alcohol does. It amplifies like your strongest kind of like emotion that you're feeling. So like if you're a generally angry person and you get boozed up, you're going to be the guy swinging at the bar. Like if you're roided out, and you're an angry guy, you're going to snap and be fucking aggressive all the time.
Could you imagine if I was an angry drunk? I actually get better.
Dude, you get so giggly. You're just like, hey, way guys.
Better. I get so much better. That's the thing, though, as I've had multiple people that I've dated.
Oh, just fucking brag, why don't you?
Fuck off. Says the dude who gets like 6 new fucking matches a day, and I haven't gotten one in a week.
Hey.
Fucking don't touch me.
Dude.
So, no. I'm talking. Let me finish my fucking thought. One thing I've noticed about this podcast is neither of us get to finish our thoughts because we always forget. You have a pen. I have a bottle opener. The bottle opener is mightier than the pen.
Yeah, because you can get more drinks that way. You know?
Yeah. Pen's mightier than the sword.
Okay, you talk while I try and find the Reddit post I saw earlier.
What were we talking about? Oh, I've had multiple people that I've dated say that I look like I would be an angry drunk, but I'm actually the exact opposite.
Oh, yeah, dude. You look like, just looking at you, I expect you to be a bar fight guy.
I do fantasize about that.
That's weird.
Just smashing some guy's head. Well, no, it's always like, it's not like a, hey, you, I don't like the way you look. It's like a, hey, you. Whoa, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. hey, you, get your damn hands off her. That sort of thing. Going George McFly up in this shit. Can that be the name of the episode? Hey, you, get your damn hands off her.
I mean, you weren't shaking enough for it.
You're right, I wasn't.
Get your damn hands off her.
I know you're trying to make a Michael J. Fox joke. He played Marty McFly.
Yeah, I know.
Not the creepy guy who played George McFly.
Yeah. Dude is having sex with...
He did actually shake a lot. He was like really like...
Yeah.
Really like fluidy.
Fuck, why am I spacing on his real name?
Marty?
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox?
Yeah, Michael J. Fox.
We had a whole episode named after him.
Is having sex with him like having sex with a dude whose dick is also a vibrator?
Good question. Someone get someone on the phone.
Anyway, so to shine a moderately positive light on
Cops?
military in a way.
You right?
So someone did a breakdown of why Sam Wilson is like one of the best characters in the MCU.
Oh, I was looking at a breakdown too. I don't think it was the same one.
Sam Wilson is a U.S. Special Forces pararescueman and a PTSD counselor. Here's a little bit about what that means. So they're basically like the Navy SEAls of...
So we're gonna get a little bit into the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Here, so
this is gonna have this. No spoilers.
Well, let's just get into it.
Okay.
Let's just get into it. We're gonna talk about it anyway. So spoiler alert. Warned.
So he was a pararescueman, which is the it has a 20% pass rate of people who go in. You know, you have 100 people go in, only 20 of them are going to come out, and maybe 5 of them will actually be active duty. Like, it's a very small margin of the best of the best. Then his character in the MCU was part of the program where they had the XO7 flight suits, so he was the best of the best of the best. He was just the top tier fucking guy. Yeah, he would get in firefights and shit like that, but his main goal was saving people. His goal was to go in, bring help to injured or endangered soldiers, and get them out of there. Mm-hmm. So, like, his difference between John Walker, the new Captain America, if you're not up to date on Falcon and the Winter Soldier, he was a soldier. His job was go in, defeat the enemy, kill the enemy. And Sam's mission was help and, like, rescue others. So, like, they have, like, pretty much same military experience, but one of them was, like, fighting to protect, one of them was fighting to fight. And then, so after being an elite soldier who eventually retires, he becomes a PTSD counselor.
Which I think is his best trait.
Which, what does he do? He goes from someone who rescues soldiers to someone who rescues soldiers. Mm-hmm. And that requires a master's degree level of education. So across the military training for the U.S. Special Forces and his PTSD counseling, I think it was estimated like around like 12 years of like educational training, basically. So like he has put in more work than pretty much like anyone in the MCU in the way of like Steve was just in the army. Like he didn't like really do anything in the army. Like he was just a recruit. He was too small. They gave him the super soldier serum. He did one mission where Bucky died and then went under the ice. Like in his time as a soldier, he didn't do shit. Like he wasn't very well trained. He wasn't like
there was a montage of them doing
true
different missions.
Yeah, true. But like he wasn't like, you know, like trained in any like special way. He was just stronger than everyone else.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. You're right.
Then like Bucky was just an assassin, sleeper soldier, just. But
with
like
vibranium,
but like
not at the time, but yeah.
But like Sam is really just like fucking gone the course of being a good, like spending years just to be a good person. Mm-hmm. And that's why I think he's the best option for Captain America.
Did you see? I saw a good reason as to why he didn't pick Bucky. Why Steve Rogers didn't pick Bucky?
Because he's not a good man. He's a good soldier.
No. He. Well, you would think that because it's like I don't know if he's truly himself. The Winter Soldier's still somewhere in there, even though he's apparently gotten rid of it and he's fine. But no, it's because he didn't want the stress of being Captain America on him.
That's fair.
He did it more as a kind of like a helping out. Like I don't want you to do this.
Like we're both in our hundreds, man. Take it easy.
Yeah, he's 106.
Yeah, 112.
He said 106.
I thought he said 112. Am I wrong?
It makes sense that you'd think that though, because 6'12".
I mean, it makes sense that you think 6 because I don't know.
Make some stupid fucking joke there, but I'm loving the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, it is phenomenal.
Zemo is great.
He is
Daniel
just a
Bruhl.
fucking delight, man.
Yeah, man.
And honestly, John Walker is great too.
Yeah,
the actor.
Wyatt Russell.
The character's a piece of shit, but you can't just have everything be perfect. Like, that would be a boring fucking show or a movie if every character was meant to be super likable. Like, what would that movie even be?
Yeah, no, well, you got to think about it this way too. I think it runs in his family. Because one of the other villains that I ended up fucking hating was Ego. And that's Kurt Russell, his motherfucking dad. And I love Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell.
Well, I think they're just great actors.
Also, do you know Kurt Russell has a very big tie to Portland? Our place of residence?
I thought you were going to say he had a big dick.
I'm sure he does. Have you seen that fucking hair? Oh my god, he's got a fucking lion's mane.
All right, what's his ties to Portland? Jesus.
So his father, Bing Russell, who was an actor as well and a huge star. I think he holds the record for dying the most times on camera, which Sean Bean is coming for that record. He was in like Blazing Saddles. Oh, okay. Or not Blazing Saddles. My dad knows it. Every old person knows it.
Okay, moving on.
But anyway, he bought the team, the Portland Mavericks, the baseball team, in the 70s. And there's a whole Netflix documentary called The Battered Bastards of Baseball. Because they were just like this, if you could like picture in your head what a Portland baseball team like held open tryouts, like the Replacements with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Like they just held, that's what this team was like. And they did fucking good.
Dude, do you know
they almost won the championship.
Do you know what bothers me about baseball? And it's probably one of the main reasons I just can't get into it. It's next to golf, it's the only sport where you can have a gut and still perform.
You know what? I've actually heard that a lot, especially with baseball season just starting up.
Yeah.
Baseball, those guys have guts, but they play DH. And they play only in the American League, not the National League. Yeah. So they play designated hitter. That's all they do. Or they play first base, where they don't have to run a lot. Like David Ortiz.
Yeah.
But he can hit a ball farther than anyone.
Oh yeah. Like I'm not like saying their skill isn't there, but there's just something nice about like an athlete looking like an athlete, you know?
That's not true. Offensive lineman.
Okay, yeah, but like their whole goal is to be big. Like when you think of like all-star football players, you're never going to say an offensive lineman's name.
I mean, they do get called to the Pro Bowl, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
But yeah, like if you're just like name top 10 greatest NFL players of all time, not one of them's going to be a lineman. I could ask you to name top 100 and you probably wouldn't name a lineman. Like, it's just like...
I feel like around 75, I'd probably peter out, and I'd have to start naming linemen. You want to go? Let's go. Ready? Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers is not even in the top 20. I don't understand. Dude, fucking Packers fans are the most annoying. They think their team is the fucking shit. They think their team is the fucking shit. And it's like, you haven't won a Super Bowl since other than the Aaron Rodgers Super Bowl, you have not won a Super Bowl since like Bart Starr.
Yeah.
Okay? Fuck off.
Dude, what's the football player that has like that amazing last name? Like
which one? Ha Ha Clinton Dix?
No, old school. like old school. Like I think he was like Super Bowl IV era.
What team? What position?
He was a quarterback.
Terry Bradshaw.
No. It's like Leonidas or something.
Oh, I don't remember. Fucking
Yeah,
Google
no,
that
dude.
shit.
Dude, he has a great fucking name where it's like you see that name and it's like
King Leonidas of Sparta.
Yeah, pretty much. And you're like, that's the name of a champion.
Of Sparta. What is his name? That is a good question. But Bart Starr is a pretty good fucking name.
Yeah, that's
Starr.
a great... Quarter. Keep talking.
I'm not sure what to say. Brett Favre was all right. Couldn't get it done, though. Couldn't win you a Super Bowl.
Johnny Unitas.
Oh, Johnny Unitas?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
What a great fucking name
Leonidas.
of
Okay,
a
I see what you get
champion.
Yeah. Johnny Unitas. Did he win a Super Bowl? For the Jets? Or who did he play for? He played for the Jets. Jets. Jets.
No, he didn't.
Fuck the Jets.
He played for the Chargers, the Colts, or the Steelers, Colts, and Chargers.
Yeah.
He won Super Bowl V. He's a 3-time NFL champion, 3-time NFL MVP. So yeah, he was just too early to really lock in any Super Bowl wins.
Yeah.
But he's got 4 rings under his belt, and I won't fucking hear otherwise.
No, the NFL and AFL championships need to stay apart.
Oh my god.
You can't have 2 championships in 1 year.
Yeah,
so
you can.
1955.
Well, okay,
there's 2
fine. Then the
championships.
AFL was the inferior league, so theirs don't count.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Cool, we compromised.
Cool.
And that is what politics are all about. Compromising.
But yeah, so pretty much like the George Floyd thing is just ongoing.
Oh, we were
like
still talking about that?
Yeah, mildly. Like until there's a verdict, we don't know.
Do you think he gets the chair?
I think he would get prison. I think he would probably get 5 to 25 years.
Oh, I think he'll be out in 10.
Yeah. Like, I think he'll be sentenced to, 15 years in prison, but he'll get out in 8 on good behavior.
Well, and then
He was mistreated by other criminals, so
You have
we had to let
deals.
him out.
You have deals, time served, and all that sort of shit. You know, I've seen Law and Order. I know how it works.
Yeah, well...
Actually, I've never seen Law and Order.
If he goes to jail, please, for a pack of cigarettes, someone bash his skull in. Anyway, I'll hand deliver you the pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, in your fucking prison pocket.
Yeah. Come and reach for it, daddy. Wishing death upon someone isn't a crime.
You didn't wish it. You actually offered it. So.
Oh, true.
So that
Do
is. We're the Surprisingly Criminal podcast.
Dude, I still can't believe... you heard about George Lopez's run-in with the FBI, right?
Oh, over the Secret Service thing?
Yeah.
He's like, there was apparently an assassination attempt, and he's like...
No. So someone put a hit on Trump for $5 million.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, shit, we'll do it for half.
Yeah.
And they took it seriously because he's a public figure. But obviously, when a comedian says something, it's a joke.
Yeah, but you don't know when the comedian's going to snap and actually do something for real.
Yeah. Is George Lopez going to do something? Who looks at George Lopez and is just like, oh, better watch out for him?
What, he's going to take his kidney from his wife and divorce her? What?
That's a murder.
It's not murder,
Yeah.
but...
I'm sure she took enough of his money. He earned that kidney.
Oh, he earned that kidney.
Yeah.
Oh.
Should have done it in the bathtub.
George Lopez show is pretty good, though. So,
Yeah.
what do you separate the artists from their work?
Depends on the crime.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
severity of crime.
So let's say, let's start with the top. Bill Cosby.
I never liked his stuff anyway, so that's just a bad.
Yeah, I never liked the Cosby Show.
Yeah, like I was too young to get it.
Ours was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That was like our
Yeah.
Cosby Show.
Yeah, that was our Generations Cosby Show.
Kevin
O.J.
Spacey.
Simpson.
O.J. Simpson, he never did anything good to begin with.
Big fan of his work. Also hear he had a good football career.
He was an actor, so you're talking about that?
Oh, no, I was talking about the murder.
Yeah. Kevin Spacey.
Again, never liked his work.
Really?
Never gone to House of Cards. Never cared about any of his roles.
House of Cards I thought was good, but then what's weird is once the stuff came out about Kevin Spacey, it felt like the character was just Kevin Spacey, which is scary because the character was ruthless and cutthroat.
Yeah.
And then the writing of the show was bad.
All right. I could see where you're just slowly approaching. So let's talk about the content creators, because it's like artists, actors, directors that I do care about.
They're getting canceled?
Yeah.
I wasn't getting towards that.
I'll still watch Harvey Weinstein movies just because
you have to if you want to watch a movie.
Yeah. And because like usually it's like he's an executive producer, which literally just means he funded the movie. Like,
yeah, he didn't really have much creative control.
Yeah, like,
or he didn't usually put as much creative control into it because he just, like Quentin Tarantino, you're not going to tell him what to do.
Yeah. Tim Lambesis of
that guy, yeah.
As I Lay Dying, he hired a hitman to kill his wife. He went to prison for 9 years. He served his time. He came out. I would listen to As I Lay Dying if they put out a good album.
Ooh. Ooh, that was a little Loki like quick knife flip jab in the fucking rib cage.
They put out the most like generic like radio rock take on metalcore.
And it's not even on the radio.
Yeah, it's not even good enough to get there. But no, like their old shit still slaps. It's on a few of my playlists.
You know what slaps?
Marilyn
Eskimo
Manson.
Callboy.
Oh. I was gonna get into the next artist.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you want to talk about Marilyn Manson?
Yeah, I still listen to his music.
It comes up and I definitely feel guilty for listening to it.
Don't, because he doesn't get paid for it anymore. He's not signed to the record label anymore, so he doesn't get royalties on his music, from what I can tell. So
I feel like you would have to.
Fucking what's his name?
Marilyn Manson.
Why am I spacing the other dude from Panic at the Disco? Ryan Ross. Ryan Ross doesn't get money because Pretty Odd keeps selling. It's not his property anymore.
That's pretty odd.
Yeah, so
Panic at the Disco slaps.
I mean, they put out a good album. The last one wasn't that good.
Better than some of the other shit that came out. I hope it's still a good song.
It's so overplayed. I'm sick of hearing
it. It is overplayed.
Probably Roaring Twenties is the only song that I still like off that album.
Yeah, Roaring Twenties.
Say Amen is pretty good.
It's Saturday night.
Yeah.
It is actually Saturday night.
Hey, we're having burgers. Did you like my anime meme I sent you?
Can we stop normalizing anime?
I'm not normalizing it. I'm enjoying it.
I know you are, but I think the world as a whole.
You know that meme format where it's like blank blank fan and then blank blank enjoyer, and it's like that like chav looking guy like freaking out at the camera, and then the enjoyer one is the Chad who has like the super sharp jawline and he's all ripped and shit. If I showed you it, you'd probably know it.
I have not seen that meme format.
Okay. Probably have. You just don't know what you're talking about.
But where were you going with that? Are you the Chad?
Yeah, I'm the Chad because I watch anime. Anime's great.
I'm sure it is. Totally Spies was great.
That's not anime, but all right.
It's animation. Ew. Don't you hate that?
Yes.
Like, hate that when people just like, oh, it's animation, therefore it's anime.
Well, I mean, arguably yes, but you just don't say it that way because it's like logistically incorrect. Like, I'm trying to think of
culturally incorrect.
No, because they call the Simpsons anime in Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. just
Well, they
because
know what they're talking about.
it's their word for animation. But just so that there's a distinction between cartoon and anime, you say anime for Japanese-made animation. Just so that it's like there's a distinction.
I don't think they know what they're talking about.
Yeah. It would kind of like be like calling every motor vehicle a car. Like, it's just like...
No, that's a truck.
Yeah, it's on 4 wheels and has doors and stuff. It's a car.
It's a truck.
Like, yeah, I know. You have to have like a distinction between them.
No, I know. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I just like shit talking. Thanks for throwing my phone.
It's mine now. It opens.
It's already open, technically. Jesus. What were we talking about? Race car sponsorships.
Yeah, a while ago. We were talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
A while ago. Then you want to talk about Derek or George Floyd. I almost said the cop's name. No one gives a shit about the cop.
Fuck the cop. I hope he dies.
Why do you keep, like...
What value is his life adding to the world?
Well, it fills a prison bunk.
Yeah, that's wasting tax dollars.
Yeah.
Dude, I have no idea why the death penalty costs so much. Because that always gets brought up. Oh, it's like $180,000 for the death penalty.
Because you have to give someone who you're about to kill the chance to prove they're not killable.
It's dumb.
Yeah, that's the Republican, like, talking point is like, a bullet's only 78 cents.
That's not bad.
Actually, apparently, according to my coworkers, ammo is going up.
Oh no, whatever will we do? I'm sure they're just hoarding it in their bunkers for doomsday.
Oh, yeah. No, this one coworker told me that he had like 5,000 rounds of ammo for all of his guns. And he's like, yeah, it's probably worth like $8,000 or $9,000 right now. I was like, fucking Jesus.
Dude, sell it. You moron. Like,
if the apocalypse happens, you only need one. Yeah.
Dude.
He's going to need 3 because he's got a wife and kid.
Can't leave them behind.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, family.
Good luck. Still one of my favorite tweets I've ever seen is I keep a gun by my bedside table in case an intruder breaks in so I can shoot myself and avoid social interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
So with the world opening back up, how do you feel about social interaction?
I'm stoked to not wear a mask anymore. Not because I'm of the variety of people who's like, oh, I hate wearing a mask. I'm being muzzled by the government. No,
It's just not fun.
I'm pretty. And I want people to see as much of my pretty as possible because that's pretty much all I have going for me.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
so if I want a girl to date me, I really have to up my pretty.
Yeah, and of your face, your eyebrows really detract. I'm sorry, those fucking furry caterpillars.
You want to talk about your face, bud? I like it.
You almost touched me.
Yeah.
I don't like
I
that.
tried.
We just talked about how I don't want social interaction. Can this pandemic keep on going? I actually hope that it doesn't, but I would like to take the mask off. Actually, no. I find the mask more fun to wear out in public because then I can, like, sing and no one knows that I'm singing in public, like mouthing the words, you know? Like, hyper, I'm pretty and I like it.
I mean, Shake Shack opens in less than a week, and that's exciting.
What does that have to do with pandemic?
I don't know. I just want a good burger.
No one cares about Shake Shack. I do. We're going to get Shake Shack.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
Get them Martin potato buns. Oh, they're the best fucking burger buns on the planet.
Okay, whatever.
They're the best. No.
Are you excited about opening back up?
Yes.
Like, are you going to go out and do things and, like, talk to people, not in a creepy way?
I'm never creepy.
Hey, I like your purse. Thanks. Bye. That's you. That's how I imagine.
No, it's not. Jesus Christ.
The pause, though. The pause. Hey, I like your purse.
What next? Am I going to walk away?
Spider-Man 3
Tobey
style?
Maguire dance.
Yeah, please. Please do it.
No.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey. No. Hey.
Yeah.
I was wondering how long it would take before you said something. Fucking dying over here.
Are you asthmatic?
Oh no, I found out it's my acid reflux. Which is awesome.
What's that?
Basically, if you drink too much carbonation or eat spicy food or just particular foods that upset your acid reflux, beans, high FODMAP foods is what they're called. Basically, it causes your stomach acids to come up into your throat and splash up, and it causes irritation, burning, nausea, and coughing. So basically, my throat gets acid on it, and it makes me cough. So my coughs taste really bitter.
Isn't that what you should get, like, Tums or something?
Apparently, you're not supposed to take stuff like that because it's just kind of like putting a Band-Aid on a, like, gushing wound. It's like, what are you really doing right now? Like, the wound's down the length of your arm, and you're putting a Band-Aid just, like, right there. And it's like, oh, look, it's bleeding less now. And it apparently just messes with, like, your stomach chemistry and stuff like that.
Well, man.
So you're supposed to just eat a better diet around it. Or take meds.
When I was a kid, my mom and my dad were separated. And the halfway point of where I'd be dropped off and they would pick me up from there was my great-grandma's house. So I would stay there. And she had Tums, and I used to eat those like candy.
The tasty chalk.
Yeah. They were like Pez dispensers, but bigger.
They
were in a cool bottle.
I'll take some if I'm like working out or at work and it's acting up, just because I don't want it to like impede what I'm doing. But if I'm just at home, I'll just suffer.
That's what you usually do when you're home, is you suffer.
Yeah.
You stay up for way too long and only get an hour of sleep before you go to work. You have to sit next to a crying girl that you just had sex with. That's happened multiple times. It's happened enough times where I'm like, Taren, this is a problem.
Dude, so some of the people have like been popping into my head lately, and I don't know why. And like some of the interactions we've had, and I feel like I need to go and apologize to a lot of people. Not for like anything like actually wrong, things that were kind of like just like morally wrong, and like that I hurt feelings that shouldn't have been hurt. Like, you know, I didn't do anything wrong, like illegal or anything, but it's like I should apologize to a few people. Like, hey, I really fucked up. I'm sorry. You deserved better.
Usually you only apologize when you did something wrong, and whether it's illegal or not, it's still wrong.
Well, no, I mean, like, I didn't put enough of myself into the relationship, a lot of empty promises of what we could have been, when actually I was just hung up on exes and wasn't ever going to move past them.
Wait, so are you talking about girls previous or girls going forward? Because you're still hung up on Emily, yet you're on fucking dating apps. I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant because Taren is butthole. I don't know where I was going with that. That was crazy.
See, the big issue there
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride
is I was still super hung up on Valerie up until I met Emily.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And that's the podcast. Thanks for watching. Trevor just knocked out one of the fucking lights, took out his mic stand, fucking hit Derek. Jesus Christ. Derek's bleeding.
No, he's not.
Oh.
That was right in my face. Woo! Just got blasted in the face.
So, up until Emily, I was still very hung up on Valerie. And, I was also kind of hung up on Leia in a weird way. She was like the first thing that happened for me after Valerie. So it was like this weird like connection of like that was the person who was there for me in my dark time.
Even though she wasn't, but yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I was still super hung up on a lot of stuff when I met Emily. And because Emily was such an amazing significant other, because they taught me a lot about myself, about what I deserve in a relationship. I came away from that a lot better, but I'm still hung up on them, which sucks. But now, I just need to find someone like basically that's like the new Emily, not like as a way to replace Emily, but someone who can help me get over my previous relationships. So that's what I'm doing.
So you're just
now.
looking for the next rebound.
No. I'm looking for the next person who makes me feel whole again.
Then you just described that you will use to then fix this getting over to then find to only then have to find another person to get over that person.
The hope is that this person's the end game. Like the next person I find I'm so infatuated and in love with them that I'm finally able to get over Emily.
So the current Emily is your Infinity War. You want the next one to be your end game.
Yeah, Emily fucking snapped my balls. She only took one of them though.
Half.
Yeah, exactly, half. I have 2 balls, Trevor.
You don't have 1.5?
No.
I don't know, man.
But yeah, so...
I just think that your dating habits are unhealthy.
You think my sleep is unhealthy? You think my dating habits are unhealthy? What else?
I think everything about you is unhealthy.
You cope with beer. Fuck you.
Yeah, I know. That's socially acceptable. It's not healthy, but it's socially acceptable.
I still can't fathom, like, why that's socially acceptable. Like, I cannot wrap my head around, like, oh, man, I had a rough day, or I had a rough week at work. I'm just gonna booze all fucking weekend and then come into work on Monday with a hangover and just keep bouncing between that. It's like, maybe...
Because you're the life of the party, brah.
Maybe you should fucking fix something.
Fix what? What, get a new job? Those are too hard to get. When fucking old Jim Beam is down at the liquor store for only $20,
Do you know
he's gonna make me feel real good.
You know what's a good way to start your week? Not having a hangover.
That's why I drink on
Saturday.
Saturday.
So that you sleep all through Sunday, then you finally come downstairs at like 2 p.m. And then I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go to bed.
That's actually because I make all my fucking sleep up on those days. I don't sleep very much during the week.
Me neither. Oh, and you're over here.
I sleep more than you, though. Like, I probably sleep twice as much as you.
I don't know. I sleep like probably on average like 5 hours a night.
I probably sleep 6 or 7 hours a night.
Okay, so not that much more. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, but you do it sporadically.
Yeah.
I have a normal schedule.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Dude, this next week, so I'm off tonight, so I'm gonna enjoy tonight. But then I'm working 11 to noon every fucking day.
Why?
Vacations. And I'm covering them.
So? Doesn't... As someone who just pulled the 12-hour shift, that's gonna suck dick.
Yeah, it is. Oh well. I've done it before. I'll do it again.
Well, I think this is a cry for help. Somebody please sponsor this podcast so we don't have to go to work.
Yeah, please sponsor the podcast so I can not clock in the work Sunday night.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Anyway, on a more positive note.
Your chlamydia results came back?
I was hoping you were going to say something positive. I don't have anything positive. My life is just a torrent of pain and misery.
I want to talk about something, and I think this is a very good topic to talk about. I don't know why I'm looking up in my notes. I want to talk about... This is not positive, it's negative.
So not my HIV results?
You know what? I'm gonna say it. Star Wars ain't the best shit around.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings is better. Marvel is better.
Yes.
Harry Potter isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Name one piece of Harry Potter property that's better than The Mandalorian.
Okay, that doesn't.
Oh, Jesus. He fucking lost right away. Name anything better than the prequels.
Okay, the prequels are incredibly good. See, so I don't think Star Wars is as great as it fucking thinks that it is.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's a great universe. They just need to start making good content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mandalorian was good.
Rogue One is amazing.
It was good. Prequels, fucking great. I think the prequels are the best.
So,
I think Phantom Menace is the best Star Wars movie, and I know that everyone disagrees with me.
Yep. Solo was great.
Solo was great.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it seems like most people love the worst aspects of it.
Yeah.
The sequels were awful.
Rogue One, or not Rogue One. Clone Wars, great.
What I've seen of it has been good.
Yeah. Especially the last season of it. And then from the looks of it, we're going to get a lot of new series that are going to be great. And I have strong confidence in it because they're finally understand. I feel like the biggest drawback was they were trying to give the fans what they thought the fans like kind of deserved in a way. Now that they're kind of like sitting next to Marvel and Marvel's doing their thing, they're like, oh shit, that's how you fan service. Like, because you got to balance, everything can't just be amazing 24/7. If it is, it loses its luster. It's like having your entire song be a chorus. Like, it just can't always be big.
Yeah, and sometimes those moments where you're like, oh shit, I can't believe they did that.
Yeah.
Is what actually then makes it better.
Yeah.
So you have to balance that fan service and also writing your own story.
Yeah. So I think now
the sequels were just fan service. And no storytelling. They tried to do fan service, and they were awful.
Surprisingly, the only fan service that even sticks out to me anymore, because I haven't seen those movies since we saw them in theaters.
Yeah, I've seen each one once.
Was the suicide scene where she light speed through the other ships. That was the only cool fan service.
The only cool fan service that I remember is the end of Rise of Skywalker with all the ships showing up.
Oh yeah, that was super cool. The Ben Solo pull the lightsaber out from behind him, then the shrug. Ben Solo was the Kylo Ren, whatever you want to call him. He was the best part of that movie.
Trilogy.
Yeah, trilogy. I don't know, in the first one he was super whiny and annoying.
Yeah, the second one he got a little bit better.
And then the third one he was great.
Yeah, because he was Ben Solo.
Yeah, but no, there's like a few scenes that were like, oh yeah, those were great, but it's just like surrounded by poo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a lot, and they just didn't fit really with Star Wars, I feel like.
But you know what, Trevor? I haven't seen Harry Potter in probably almost a decade. We should fucking watch those.
I have the Blu-ray.
Okay, cool. Let's watch through Harry 1 through 7. Because
there's 8 movies.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. There's part 1, part 2.
Yeah,
you got to watch those in one sitting.
Okay, so let's talk about Harry Potter.
All right,
Okay, Star
Harry
Wars.
Potter.
We love Star Wars, but it's not as great as everyone puts it on the pedestal to be.
I'm stoked for Ahsoka. I'm mind-blowingly stoked for Acolyte.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
A Sith series is what I crave.
But Harry Potter. You and I, that's how we met.
Yeah.
Harry Potter is how we met. We're getting into it.
Yeah, we're getting into it.
So Harry Potter is how we met. So the books, I think, are great all the way through.
Yeah.
There's not really a bad book. And what's best about them is that the progression, they just get better and better and better and darker and deeper, Yeah. Except for, Goblet of Fire is the biggest book. And it's the best book.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant it was the biggest. I was like, I actually Order of the Phoenix is the longest
Is Order of the
book.
Phoenix the longest?
Yeah.
Oh. No. Okay. I thought Goblet of Fire was, but Goblet of Fire is the best. Because of how deep they go in the books.
Yeah, the book. Whew. Then the movie was the biggest drop down.
So 1, 2, and 3 of the movies were really good. 4 was like a good movie, but if you had read the books, you're like, this is shit because it glosses over half or more of the book.
At what point when we're watching the movies, when we're doing the rewatch, can we start to find Hermione attractive?
What age was she in which one?
Because
the problem is
I think they were 18 when they finished production.
What? They were 11 when they started. They were like 10 and 11 when they started. They did not film 8
A movie came out
movies.
every year.
No, there was a couple years in between
sure.
a couple.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to look at that. I'm going to make sure of that.
Okay, you
before
search
I
when
say
the first
anything.
movie came out, and I'll search when the last movie came out.
I'm just going to Google Harry Potter release movie schedule.
No, my internet's taking a poopy, so
Oh, mine's going real quick.
there we go.
Oh, shit. The first one came out in 2001, and the last movie, Deathly Hallows Part 2, came out in 2011. So 10 years, they made 8 movies. So there's a couple.
Yeah.
But that's...
But no, like, that's always weird, right? Whenever you go back and you watch nostalgia shows,
Yeah.
and there's, like, characters like Hermione that when I was 15 and she was, like, 16, it was like, oh, damn, she's hot.
Like,
And
looking at, like, watching her in the Yule Ball.
Yeah, and
you know,
then you
like,
go back and watch, and you're just like...
That's a child, and why am I
Fuck.
attracted to that?
I'm attracted to the nostalgia.
Hopefully.
Wait, is that the argument pedophiles use?
No.
No. Well, it's
a sexuality, Taren. It's not.
It's not.
That's what they say.
What my best guess as to how a pedophile's brain works.
Here we go.
Well, no, this is just my guess. I don't fucking know. Is they're the same fucking person who couldn't get laid in high school. Obviously, they're a fucking creep. But, you know, they couldn't get a girlfriend in middle school to give them kisses and hold their hands. They couldn't get a girl to sleep with them or do anything with them in high school. So they're still attracted to the girls that turned them down for years and years and years. And I think that's a lot of it. But I don't know, because I'm not a psychologist. I'm just speaking out my ass. I know dudes who are older and, like, I won't say who, but I know someone who's way too old to be dating people in their 20s. And he's constantly pining after girls that are like 20, 19, and 18. And I'm just like, I'm not talking about me. Because I'm still in the appropriate age bracket.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways, Harry Potter rewatch.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about it because a few podcasts ago I said something about this show that I used to watch called Strange Days at Blake Halsey High. And I was like, oh yeah, the main character that I always thought was like cute and I always had like a crush on when I was, fucking 12 or 13.
Then like you...
And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, in the fucking show, she's like 14 at most. And I'm like, that was really weird what I said. But I hadn't seen anything from the show since like I last fucking watched it when I was 13 or 14.
Yeah, no.
And I'm like, oh yeah, that was her. And then like I keep seeing, for some reason, iCarly bloopers always come up on my thing. I'm just like, they look so different than they do now.
Dude, like, so this is one thing that's like come up for me before. Whenever like I'll talk about like having like a crush on someone in like middle school or something. Like I remember I was saying something about this girl that we went to school with, and she was wearing like a really tight shirt, and it was just like, and someone that I was telling this to was like, but they were in middle school, like they weren't even developed yet. It's like, were you not attracted to middle schoolers in middle school? Like, what the fuck were you doing? Like, were you like looking for some like hulking ripped guy in middle school? Like, you fucking moron. Like, yes, middle schoolers are sexually attracted to other middle schoolers. Like, this isn't like a groundbreaking idea And like they just couldn't like wrap their head around it. Like, but what were you attracted to on them? Like
I don't know. I can name. It seemed like for me, like fucking every year after 4th grade, I had a crush for like the whole year on one girl. In 4th grade, when I lived in Wilsonville before I met you, her name was Emily. Or no. Her name wasn't Emily. Her name was Egypt. That's what I remember. Yeah, I remember her name.
What a name!
I thought it was Emily Egypt, but I just remember that her name was actually Egypt. It's a fucking name.
It's a name.
I remember she was incredibly pale and like dark black hair. I loved it. She would have been part of Slytherin.
That's my type.
Yeah. And then
not 4th graders.
And then 5th grade, I had
the
a crush
Avengers,
on
not the
Madison.
Nazis.
Yeah. And then in 5th grade, I had a
Crush on Madison.
Crush on Madison.
Yep.
And in 6th grade, I had a crush on Shelby, and which is incredibly hilarious because I sat next to her the entire year of 5th grade, and
6th grade.
No, I sat next to her the year before.
Grade. And then it was next year where you realized she wasn't there anymore, and you were like, "My heart is now empty."
Yeah, that's what it was like. We were also neighbors, so.
Yeah. 7th grade. Let's go down the list.
7th grade. So 7th grade was a weird year.
A weird year.
Who was it in 7th grade? I can't remember 7th grade actually, but I know. So I think the reason I don't remember the main girl of 7th grade, I think it was like Shelby. Oh fuck! I said that out loud.
We'll beep it. Fuck! What's the timestamp? Around 22:09. All right. Bar 22:09, not 22:09 minutes. I don't know where we're at in minutes.
So, yeah, her. Part of the year, and then the end of the year, we had that Oaks Park, like school-wide thing.
I thought that was 6th grade. Am I wrong?
No, it was 7th grade. Because I remember an 8th grader said I had pretty eyes, and then it was her the rest of the year, which was like 2 days. But yeah, who was at 8th grade? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't remember exactly anything that I said that I do.
Yeah. And weren't you just jerking off a little bit ago how great your fucking memory is and how you could do an ad read from memory?
MeUndies. Boop, boop, boop.
Hype, MeUndies and I like ya.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a great one. Someone get them on the phone.
Eskimo Callboy or MeUndies?
Yes. Can we have both on the podcast?
Dude, we should do a cover of Hypa, but it's just all sponsors.
We need to get sponsors first.
No, we could just release it. Who's going to stop us? The sponsors,
the
probably.
Cease and desist letters. I can't believe I said her name.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy. Should I go through my list?
No.
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 You don't want to know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't want to know. But yeah, it's growing up together was weird.
Dude,
because I never know whether to refer to you as my roommate or my best friend.
I just say my roommate, who is my best friend.
My best friend, who is my roommate.
My boyfriend.
That's pretty much what it is at this point.
Yeah.
Other than all the gay shit.
No, I can only think of like 3 that I had like really big crushes on.
Who did you have crushes on? I don't think we've ever talked about your crushes. That
you literally just said you don't want to know them.
I want to know now.
Nope, you don't get to.
Fuck you. Yes, I do.
Before I get into it, I did look on Facebook and pretty much like all of them still live nearby, and I'm just like, but I'm also the only one who got more attractive over time. So
blow up. So
I glue up hard.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. No matter what your opinions are on me, I glowed up hard.
Yeah, you grew up like Brendan Urie.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, have you seen young Brendan pictures? Like when he was in school?
No.
He looked like such a fucking dork.
So did you.
Thanks, man.
But what's funny is it's 2021. We graduated in 2013. Yeah. So my last 2 years of high school, I went to a different high school.
Yeah.
I moved.
Yeah.
So I just got a fucking notice on like Facebook from this girl that it was apparently like she was like, one of the valedictorians. Did you know that the school that I graduated from had 30 valedictorians?
That's stupid.
Well, because halfway through the year, or not halfway through the year, halfway through their high school experience, the high school switched to weighted grades. Oh my God, Brendan Urie looks like a fucking dork.
Do you know what's funny? When that picture was taken, is the same year that "Is It Still Me That Makes You Sweat and My You Think About and Bet." That's when that song came out.
What?
Yeah, Lying is
the
Lying is the Most Fun came out when they were in high school. That full album did.
Fever You Can't Sweat Out?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They were 17.
Shit. Good for them.
I know, right?
Being fucking teenage rock stars.
Yeah.
But anyway, this girl, so my graduating class had 30 or 29 valedictorians because they switched to weighted grades halfway through the high school career. So they like gave everyone that had a 4.0 to a 5.0 valedictorian status.
That's just dumb. It's supposed to be one.
But one of the girls who apparently was valedictorian and is like now, like she's running the high school reunion. She's like,
Yeah.
I got a notification saying that she like posted on this alumni page saying, "Oh, our 10-year reunion's coming up. We got to start thinking about what we want to do."
Dude,
I'm just like, I don't want to go. I'm not gonna go.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
I don't want to go to
I've
ours.
moved on since high school. High school
Yeah.
reunions are the stupidest fucking shit ever.
I don't want to go to ours.
Yeah.
You talked about wanting to go to it, where we graduated from.
I would only go just to see what everyone else is doing. I don't give a shit. I don't want to meet anyone or like rekindle friendships. I don't give a shit. Any of the people that I want to talk to, I can hit up right now and be like, "Hey, you want to go do this? You want to go do that?"
All right, I'm going to try that real quick. Hold on.
No, not Derek.
No, I was going to pick one of the 3 crushes and just send them a message and be like, "Yo, you want to smash?"
Do it.
No.
Why not? What are you going to
Not a
lose?
psychopath. I matched with one on Tinder.
That's fair.
Yeah. So that's why I'm really hesitant to say the names. Because I'm still talking to one of them.
So?
I don't know.
You think they watch this fucking podcast?
I don't want it to be out there.
You don't want it to be out there
Yeah.
so that it comes out
Yeah.
fucking months later.
I mean, I'm sure they can narrow it down like, I went to high school with him and I'm currently matched on Tinder with him.
Well, yeah,
It's
no,
probably
look
me.
At you. They'll look at you
Yeah.
and see you. And I'm fairly certain we said a lot. I already said one girl's name.
Yeah. I'm going to believe it. 2209. So,
Okay.
actually, I'm just going to cut it. I'm not going to bleep it because I don't have a bleep ready. So it's just going to go, Shelby.
Who?
Who
was it?
I have a funny joke I could make, but then it would give it away.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Dude, why would you make the joke?
Because I'm funny. I never let a good joke go to waste. Okay? I'm an efficient joke teller.
But anyway,
Anyways.
I'll just say them. Shelby, not the same one.
Oh, that whore?
Jeez, I didn't talk shit about any of yours. Fuck.
What?
Madison looks like a foot.
I don't care. I was 9.
Wait, no, I was talking about the recent one.
Yeah. I was 22.
Were you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Oh, I thought you were going to make a Taylor Swift joke.
I was leading you in, but then I pulled back.
It feels like a perfect night. Dressed up like Hitler.
Christina, and then
Aguilera?
yeah, and then
Ugh.
Man Arms.
Ooh.
Because I don't want to say the name. That was like a 5th to 6th, 7th grade crush, so it's hard to count, but
Yeah.
it was a long-standing one. 3 years. I mean, that's a long fucking time.
To have a crush on someone?
Yeah. I mean, I've had a crush on Emily for 3 years now, so
Doesn't count if you had sex. It's no longer a crush.
I still count as I have a crush on them.
I think when you become like 17, you can no longer have crushes on girls. Or you can't, as a person, you can't have crushes on anyone.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
You just grow up, you're like, I like you.
Like is an understatement, but yeah.
I think you're pretty.
Yeah.
And I like you a lot.
And I wish you would suck on my cock.
Thanks, Andrew Dice Clay. I knew exactly where you're going with that. What are you going to do? Fucking Rodney next? No respect. God, we bring that up on all the podcasts. So, why are you the way that you are?
Why?
Is it because your dad didn't love you enough?
No, it's because he loved me too much.
Oh yeah, fucking. Oh my god! One of the guys at work was trying to make a joke about another guy at work, and about how like he had a birthday party and no one came to the birthday party when he was a kid, except for like some creepy clown, and that's why he's afraid of clowns now. And then I went, no, he's actually turned on by clowns now. Because the clown raped him.
Yes.
Can we just admit that clowns are bad?
Yeah, like they're not for adults because adults find them creepy. Kids are terrified of them. Who are they for?
Yeah. Clowns are fucking awful.
Yeah. And if a kid likes clowns, drown it.
The clown or the kid?
The kid.
Both.
Yeah.
Do both.
Well, no, you got to keep like a like test subject clown around to like test the kids. You know, if the kid likes the clown, you fucking drown it. And then you bring the clown to the next kid. Kid, no, good. You bring it to another kid. Clown, drown it.
Jesus. I mean, that's fair.
And-
I agree.
And you got to hold them longer than like when their body goes limp because they're probably faking it.
Because kids know.
Yeah, kids know how to get out of a drowning.
What?
What? I drown a lot of kids. Some of them are pretty quick-witted.
Can we just admit children are bad?
Yeah. No. I never want to have kids, and I'm sick of people telling me that I'm going to one day think otherwise.
I just want everyone to realize that me right now, I am as old as my father was when he had a child. And I am in no way ready. My dad is way more mature than me because I am a child still.
I don't think he was.
What?
I don't think your dad was any more mature than you are now. I think that idea just comes from they had to mature up because they had a kid.
It's also situational too.
Yeah.
Maturity.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can make a dick joke and a fart joke.
And
right?
dads do.
Yeah.
They just make them super corny so the kids don't like them. But then they still get a laugh.
They're the funniest jokes. Dad jokes? Like, situationally, dad jokes are funniest.
Nah, man. Puns.
Puns?
Puns.
Puns? What are you, Dimitri Martin?
Oh,
Oh.
I fucking hate Dimitri Martin.
Oh, take your fucking sketch pad away. And what are you? Nothing. A billionaire playboy philanthropist. No.
All right.
That scene in Falcon and Winter Soldier when John Walker, Captain America, is beating that Flag Smasher's head in with a shield.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was his chest.
He was beating him with his fucking shield.
Yeah.
You never saw what he hit.
Yeah.
But there was a shot that was exactly taken in the same as Civil War when Tony's on the ground and Cap has a shield up, and he could have done it.
Yeah,
he
but he didn't.
He chose not to. And that's the decisive moment
Yeah.
of what makes Captain America Captain America.
Him standing there with the bloody shield was one of the most comic book looking like stills.
Mm-hmm.
Like it super well done. But the best scene in that episode was when the Wakandans showed up and were fucking beating John Walker's ass, and all three of them are standing off to the side, Zemo, Falcon, and Bucky, and Falcon's just like, should we help him? And then he's just getting his ass beat, and Bucky just leans in, looking strong, John. Just starts heckling him.
Oh.
And then this look of depression in his eyes when they weren't even super soldiers. Like, they were just badass warrior women who just came in there and beat his ass like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Like, none of them got a hit in on any of the Wakandans.
Yeah.
It was just, that was one of the most pleasant scenes to watch.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier has been incredibly pleasant to watch. While WandaVision has had, I feel like, more implications on the MCU.
Yeah.
This one is more of just a story to
Yeah.
watch.
If this was a movie, it would be in my top 3 Marvel movies.
So far.
Yeah. Like, it's...
Well, yeah, one of your favorite Marvel movies, The Winter Soldier.
Yeah. And honestly, a lot of this is better than it. I think I'm just a Sebastian Stan.
Fuck you.
Dude, I love Sebastian Stan. He is
Where
so
did this
delightful.
whole Stan thing come from?
I don't
Is
know.
it an Eminem thing?
Tighten your fucking nut.
I can't.
It's wiggling all over the place.
Okay, what does this Stan thing come from?
I don't know.
I think it comes from Eminem.
I don't know. I know nothing of Eminem. I know the one song, and I don't like it that much.
Which song?
Till I Collapse.
Till I Collapse? Not Lose Yourself?
I don't, know it.
You
You know, I don't even know Till I Collapse. What the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah,
I don't
Lose Yourself is the Mom Spaghetti song.
I still don't know it. All I know is Mom's Spaghetti.
There's vomit on a sweater already.
Mom's Spaghetti. Like, that's literally all I know of the song. I could not care less about
What
Eminem.
about Rap God?
I literally only know the fast portion, and I don't know what he's saying.
No one knows what he's saying. Because he's not saying anything.
Like, I don't listen to Eminem. I don't listen to rap music.
Is Eminem rap?
Yes.
He's white. Does it count?
Yes.
DMX died.
Yeah.
Sad.
Not really. I don't listen to
We
his
didn't
music.
really listen to it other than the
X gon' give it to
you. Knock, knock, open up the doors, real with the nonstop pop, pop, stainless steel. That's all I know.
This needs to end.
Yeah, no, sad.
And then my favorite rapper, Prince Philip, died. Dude, did you see?
I said it a couple weeks ago when he was in the hospital. He doesn't have much longer.
Cool. You and 8 billion other people. However many people are there on the planet? Everyone thought he was about to die.
Yeah, he's looked like he's about to die for the last 10 years.
Did you see the video of the Australian comedian?
No.
I'll pull it up for you later. An Australian comedian is up on stage and he's roasting the royal family for being a bunch of racists and a bunch of bigoted, horrible people who are out of touch with the commoners. And he's like, you want to know how I know they're out of touch with the commoners? They call us commoners. And he's just shitting on him. And someone in the crowd's like, he just died. What? He died an hour ago. And he hands his phone up and he looks at the guy's phone and he's just like, oh, fucking hell. And he hands the phone back and he keeps shitting on Prince Philip. He's like, honestly, I think it was just the racism at this point keeping him alive. Like, he'd see an Asian and just and he just was like, I think he's been dead for weeks and they've just been wheeling his fucking corpse around.
For years. Well, that whole thing happened with Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
Where they basically called the royal family racist.
Yeah. They are.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of incestuous fucking cousins.
who've held power since the 50s.
Yeah.
It's not like the 50s were very progressive.
Yeah.
You know?
No, the way
I just think monarchies are stupid.
Yeah.
I got rid of mine in 1776.
The way I like to describe people is whether or not during protests they'd be the ones holding the hose. That family's the ones that be holding the hose, you know?
Oh, yeah, they have. They are the government.
A lot of my coworkers, they'd be the ones holding the hose.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or the ones saying, this way to the gas chambers.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're the ones who would be turned into zombies and Nazi zombies. Yeah.
What's up? I'm all out of shit to talk about. But
yeah.
I'm pretty stoked for our Harry Potter rewatch that's on the horizon.
We gotta finish Supernatural.
We are not going to finish Supernatural first. Fuck you.
We'll just finish the good storyline and then end there.
Dude, we're only at season 3.
We only got a couple more seasons.
That's like 50 more episodes.
50 episodes at
We're maybe watching one a week max now.
I guess we gotta watch more.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Harry Potter marathon. That's like fucking 20 hours.
Well, not consecutively. Jesus, you watch one, you wait a couple days, you watch another. You have a jerk off in between, you know? At the Yule Ball scene.
When are we gonna have our next MCU rewatch? The next end of the phase?
Yeah, because there's not really like a team-up movie coming up at all.
Yeah,
Like there's Eternals, but that's a new team. There's Guardians 3, but that's like kind of not really a team-up movie in a way. It's not Avengers where like everyone's coming together. Do you think we're gonna get another like big crossover?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think there'll be a lot of more little crossovers in movies with Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, and and Wanda and Doctor Strange. I think we'll have like a lot of little shits there, but I think we'll have a big team up movie in every phase. That's their thing. That's the formula.
Yeah. I'm obviously, because he's dead, Chadwick Boseman would have been a perfect character to bring in for the last 2 episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because like he's the only one that really has like direct ties to Bucky or Falcon, like because like other than Cap they weren't really close with anyone, and Natasha, but she's dead.
Is she though?
Yes.
I know she is. I just like saying
like there's like no one else I think that they could really bring in the show. So my theory for the cameo, because they keep hyping up a cameo. This character hasn't appeared in the MCU, not Marvel movies, MCU, and it's a well-known actor.
Tim Roth.
Yeah, that's who I think it's gonna be.
The Abomination.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Whatever
would
happened to him at the end of the Hulk?
I don't fucking know. But I know he's in She-Hulk.
Okay.
They confirmed that. So I think he's going to show up and they're going to reintroduce him, but he's going to be pre-Abomination, obviously, in his Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Really?
Yeah, because that Hulk doesn't exist anymore.
But why wouldn't they, if that's the case though, then why wouldn't they just introduce a new actor as the Abomination?
Well, I mean, why didn't they just get someone else other than J.K. Simmons for J. Jonah Jameson?
That was fan service.
Yeah, and this would also be fan service. Why'd they bring Pietro?
That actually, one of the writers did talk about that.
Yeah.
And it was actually a grief thing that they talk with grief counselors about, and how people in grief can sometimes misremember situations and memories and people. And that they thought bringing him in would also be I think they did it in poor taste. They should have done someone completely different, because that definitely
What the fuck are you talking about? What? Grief counselors?
No, this is an actual interview that a writer from the WandaVision show has given said.
Bringing Evan Peters in, or bringing Pietro into...
Bringing Pietro in, but not as Aaron Taylor Johnson.
So this is grief counseling for the fans.
No. They brought a grief counselor into the writer's room.
Okay.
And they talked about how people who are in grief can misremember situations, what things look like, people look like, how things happened. So this was part of Wanda's grief, was she didn't remember Pietro. But then they brought Evan Peters in to play Pietro. So it was badly done.
That makes no sense. Like
my explanation.
No. The ideology of that, of bringing in a completely different actor from a completely different universe
Well,
as a way to do that when she didn't bring Evan Peters in. What's her Agatha did. Agatha made him appear in it and was mind controlling Ralph Boner. So
that's
like,
what one of the writers has come out and said in an interview. So that's all I can go on. I think that it was just badly done.
I think he's gonna come back.
I think he has to.
Yeah, he's the best part of the X-Men. Better than Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His Quicksilver scenes are the best part of those X-Men movies.
Whiplash. Funniest fucking scene. Where he puts his hand behind the guy's head. What are you doing? Oh, so you don't get whiplash. What? Whiplash.
And then boom. So yeah. No, I'm excited for the MCU. I'm excited to see where it goes because we've gotten your cookie cutter comic book
Is
like,
now
stuff
finished.
Is finished. Now we're going to get into the weird shit. Eternals, multiverse.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah. Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, though, that's going to have some Iron Man tie-ins. Because the Ten Rings is the terrorist organization that kidnapped Tony Stark.
Yeah. And it's also, remember, in Iron Man 3, the one guy...
The Mandarin.
Yeah, he's
the Mandalorian.
He's the main villain of Shang-Chi.
Yes, but they think that it's going to be actually the actor.
Because in Thor: The Dark World, in the exclusive scene that came with the Blu-ray version, it shows Trevor, the guy, getting killed in prison by the Mandarin. Mandarin's off camera, but he's like basically like, so you impersonated me.
Oh.
Yeah. I know most people haven't seen it.
I feel like now that you mentioned it, I feel like I have seen it before. I only saw it once.
Yeah.
So I'll have to find that.
They already confirmed a while back that they're bringing him into play, and they're finally doing it. Just like how they brought up they're going to bring in Adam Warlock a long time ago.
Which they took forever to bring in. Well, they still haven't yet.
That's Marvel Disney's fault because what's his name? James Gunn's movie should be out by now. Like Guardians 3 should have already been released. It was supposed to release in the same time frame as Spider-Man 2, Black Widow, and Guardians 3 were all supposed to come out right after Endgame.
Spider-Man 3. Yeah,
Spider-Man 3, sorry. We're all supposed to come out in the same window. And then one of them got pushed back, and then one got pushed back because of COVID.
And one got pushed back because James Gunn no longer works for Marvel.
Yeah, well, now he does again, but...
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so it's just like, it should have been out already. Honestly, it's dumb that they waited this long for Black Widow. Like, I get why, money.
And then they're doing the thing that they could have done 6 months ago.
Yeah. Just be like, hey, if you do have theaters open around you, it'll be there. If you don't, just pay money to view it at home.
Yeah. Well, I think they got a huge... They have a huge investment in theaters. So they have to kind of be wary of that as well. But Black Widow, I feel like, will be the only one, and then we'll be all back to normal. Going and purchasing tickets online.
Getting our reserved seats.
The theater across the street from us does not do that.
Yeah.
So we have to go to a far away one to have the nice comfy seats. This one's old school.
The one, I don't want to say where because it's the good theater near us.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. The one next to the bridge.
Yes, I know. The one by the port.
Yeah. We're so fucking dumb.
I know, but it's fun.
Yeah. I think we should wrap this up before I forget 2209 is when I need to go bleep a fucking name. Because we'll leave that in there like more.
You'll make it another one? It'll be...
I mean, I could say the last name for mine if you want to make it even.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, don't make it even. It's more work for you. So anyway, I do have to pee. Taren has to edit.
And I have to make burgers.
Yeah, you have to make burgers.
Preheat the oven to 425 when you get up there.
Thanks for assuming I'm just going to go right up there.
I'm going to edit while you go pee.
Okay. All right. Well, Taren apparently doesn't want to podcast anymore. So I guess, yeah, I'm blaming it on you.
Take the fucking intro. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna
Outro.
Yeah, I'm going to be over here.
Just cuddled up like a fucking...
Oni-chan. Stepbrother.
Nope. All right. I am Trevor.
Where can they find us?
At 2...
27.
64.
Our neighbors.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, you can find us on Surprising Twit on Twitter, Surprisingly Podcast on Instagram, where I'm going to post a clip of Taren's nut. And Taren seems really concerned because he doesn't know what I'm talking about.
This shirt's also close to my nut. Dude, I don't even have to take my shirt off, man. I could just jerk off onto myself.
Yeah, and people would just be like, oh, yeah, you have a splotch of the same exact color on your shirt. No one would notice. Nope. So, check us out on there. If you listen to us on Apple, I'm sorry, get good. Listen to us on Spotify. And then...
also on YouTube.
On YouTube at Surprisingly Podcast. Or Surprisingly Sober Podcast. Yeah.
Check us out.
Check us out on YouTube. We're creators. Get us canceled.
Check us out on Friday, where we're going to be talking about Dance Gavin Dance.
Are you happy that you're bringing Dance Gavin Dance finally?
Yeah, dude. One of the songs...
Shark Dad?
No, Variations is... Whew, it's fire.
Shark Dad, ooh ha ha.
Shark Dad. Ooh ha.
So, check us out there. Leave a comment. Slap that like button. If you're Davey 504. You're only allowed to slap the like button.
Yeah, the rest of you just have to click it.
Yeah, you have to click it like some bunch of peasants. Commoners, as the English royalty would say. So, I am Trevor.
And I'm Taren.
And we are
r/signing off.